welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Kesey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. Prime Minister Dhal expands his cabinet. New ministers are sworn in to assume the office today itself. Bhim Bhandari elected as the Speaker of Sudur Pasim Provincial Assembly, Madhes and Lumbini holding Speaker's election today. Postmortem of victims of 80-year crash being carried out, 20 to 22 bodies identified so far. Births per 1,000 women. And number 5 seeded Rublev is his past team to reach second round of Australian Open. Two-time Grand Slam champion Muguruza crashes out of Australian Open. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details. Prime Minister Pushpa Dahal has expanded his cabinet today, inducting ministers from the CPNU-ML, Mao Centre, Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party, and Janamat Party. The ministers are sworn in today after holding series of meetings with Prime Minister Dahal and other leaders of his ruling coalition came to an agreement on allocation of ministries. Prime Minister Dahal, meanwhile, has summoned an expansion. Sudur Pasim province has elected its speaker today after the several attempts. Mao Centre's Bhim Bhandari has been elected as the speaker of the Sudur Pasim province. Bhandari has been elected as the speaker of the Sudur Pasim province after the third round of voting. Bhandari, the candidate forward of the ruling coalition, garnered support of 29 lawmakers during the voting at Provincial Assembly meeting this morning. Bhandari is the Provincial Assembly member elected from Bazang. A total of 52 votes out of 53 votes are cast during today's voting. Bhandari's contender, Nepali Congress's Man Bahadur Raul, received 23 votes. The election for the post of has filed candidacy for the post of Speaker in Lumbini province from the ruling alliance. Gharti was the only candidate for the Speaker. Bhumishwar Dhakal of CPNU-ML proposed Gharti's nomination, while Ashish Kumar Chaudhary of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party seconded it. However, 3 candidates have registered their candidature for the post of Deputy Speaker. Menuka Khan of Rashtriya Prajatantra Party from ruling alliance filed her nomination. Likewise, Bishop Prem Pathak of Nepali Congress and Nirmala Devi Tharu of Nagarik Unmukti Party have also filed their nomination to the post of Deputy Speaker. Meanwhile, the meeting of the Sudur Pasim Provincial Assembly has been called for today. Chief Minister of Madhes Province Saroj Kumar Yadav will seek a vote of confidence at the Provincial Assembly today. Likewise, the election of Speaker of Madhes, the program scheduled for Monday was postponed for today following Sunday's plane crash in Pokhara. Chief Minister Yadav took the oath of office and secrecy on Friday. Meanwhile, Ramchandra Mandal of CPNU-ML and Jagilal Rai of Nepali Congress have filed their nomination for the post of Speaker in Madhes Province. Chief Minister of Bagmati Province, Salikram Jammakhatel, is scheduled to undergo a floor test in the Provincial Assembly meeting this afternoon. The Provincial Assembly Secretariat informed that the Provincial Assembly is meeting this afternoon, where Chief Minister Jammakhatel is taking the vote of confidence. The Chief Minister had formed a 3-member cabinet on January the 10th. Speaker Bhuvan Kumar Pathak informed that the necessary preparations were completed to conduct vote of confidence as per the Province Assembly Regulation 2074. In the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party 13, CPN Unified Socialist 7, Nepal Workers and Peasants Party 3, and Hamro Nepali Party 2. With this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back. Efforts are underway to bring some of dead bodies of 80 years plane crash to Kathmandu. The dead bodies from Pokhara and vicinity which are identified are however being handed over to the concerned site since Monday. Those who which cannot be ascertained and are from Kathmandu and vicinity of foreign countries and crew members will be sent to Kathmandu, according to Chief District Officer Tek Bahadur Kesi. Is going on accordingly. A helicopter has reached at Pokhara to airlift the dead ones. Those identified and conducted post-mortem would be sent to Kathmandu today. 6 people, including a 17-year-old mother and her 6-month-old baby, have been killed in a shooting at a home in Central California. Police were called to the Goshen property at about 3:30 on Monday, where they found 2 bodies on the street and others inside the home. It was described as a horrific massacre by the sheriff, who said police are looking for the suspect. Police believe the family was involved in gangs and was deliberately targeted. China's population has fallen for the first time in 60 years, with the national birth rate hitting a record low 6.77 births per 1,000 women. The population in 2020-22, China's birth rate has been declining for years, prompting a slew of policies to slow the trend. But 7 years after scrapping the one-child policy, it has entered what one official described as an era of negative population growth. The birth rate in 2022 was also down from 7.52 in 2021, according to China's National Bureau of Statistics. More updates lined up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Welcome back now to more update. China's economy grew last year at the second slowest rate in almost half a century, in a sign of how the country's domestic product GDP of the world's second largest economy rose 3% in 2022. This is way below the government's target of 5.5%, but better than most economists had forecast. Last month, Beijing abruptly lifted its strict zero-COVID policy. The policy had a major impact on the country's economic activity last year, but the sudden relaxation of the rules has led to a jump in COVID cases that threatens to drag on growth in the early part of this year. The streets of Spanish Village are filled with smoke, the glow of burning wood, and the clatter of trotting hoops as annual festival returned on Monday. Hearses burst through the soaring flames of the nighttime bonfires as the dramatic Las Luminarias festival was held in San Bartolome. During, riders called mayordomos ride their horses as near as they dare to the bonfires, saying the smoke that envelops them purifies and protects the horses during the following year. The exact date of the foundation has also been lost, although it can be traced back to 18th century. The importance of the tradition is felt deeply in the village, with different generations taking part either in the preparations of the fires or in the riding of the horses. More updates lined up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Now to sports. Cruised to the second round at Australian Open after easing past Dominic Thiem in 3 sets on Tuesday at Melbourne Park. The Russian player took 2 hours and 10 minutes to beat the 2020 finalist from Austria at the John Kine Arena 6-3, 6-4 and 6-2. In the next round, Rublev will face the winner of the match between world number 46 Emil Ruusuvuori of Finland and local qualifier Max Purcell. In women's draw, Garbiñe Muguruza, the runner-up in Melbourne in 2020, lost her 5th consecutive match to start the year when she was beaten 3-6, 6-7, 6-1 by Elise Mertens. Two-time Grand Slam champion Muguruza served for the match at 6-5 in the second set, being broken by Mertens. The Belgian won the tiebreaker 7-3. In the decider, Mertens maintained the moment sailed wide. With this, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin, but before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. Prime Minister Dahal expands his cabinet, inducting ministers from UML, Mao Centre, Rashtriya Swatantra Party, Rashtriya Prajatantra Party and Janamat Party. New ministers sworn in to assume office today. Bimal Bhandari elected as the Speaker of Sudur Paschim Provincial Assembly, Madis and Lumini to hold a Speaker's election today. Post-mortem of victims of 80 aircrafts being carried out, 20 to 22 dead bodies identified so far. Rate hits a record low of 6.77 births per 1,000 women. And number 5 seeded Rublev is past Tiem to reach second round of Australian Open. Two-time Grand Slam champion Muguruza crashes out of Australian Open. That's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. We'll see you again with next round of English Bulletin at 6 in the evening. Till then, have a great time ahead and do stay tuned with us. Namaste.